Back to the big story that we're following again this morning in terms of what happened in the Johannesburg CBD with that explosion under Bree Street. And this, of course, is really taken the center stage on the program this morning. Let's go to MBALENHLE. She's there. She was attending the press conference and is going to update us now. We listened to the press briefing, MBALENHLE, and obviously we heard the Premier still talking to the fact that there is investigations. They can't talk now as to what the cause is, but they're really still focusing on the issue that they had to do something with gas and the pipelines are being investigated. So we heard most of it, but we didn't really hear the Q&A section. I'm not sure if anything else came out of it that we perhaps missed at that time.
Well, certainly, you're absolutely right there, Leanne. The Premier did allude to the fact that while they can't really confirm the cause of the sinkhole, they are suspecting a gas explosion and cannot rule out the possibility of a gas explosion being behind it. And this is why they have then elected to bring in companies such as Egoli Gas, as well as Sasol and City Power, really to assess the extent of the situation. And this is also in the interest of preventing a secondary explosion in this regard. Now, we do understand that people have been evacuated from the areas and the roads have been cordoned off, but there have been some trouble and problems with regards to people wanting to go back to their apartments or are insisting on walking on the sides of the road where the incident or the sinkhole has happened, because they're trying to get to work. You will remember that earlier on we did speak about the traffic volumes. We also heard about the body that was discovered under a car, underneath a car, and the fact that they are still trying to identify or find the family of the man, the deceased man who was found under a car. These are just some of the issues that were touched on. We also spoke about the issue of sinkholes, and we heard the Premier talking about the fact that sinkholes are somewhat of a problem in the city of Johannesburg or in Gauteng due to the mining history in the province. And he also just mentioned that there are a significant number of potholes, not only in Johannesburg but also as far as Roodepoort, as well as Soweto, and that they are saying that they are trying to engage with the national government to try and secure funds to fix those issues. When we asked if they could also associate this to illegal mining, you will know that there have been speculation around illegal mining being responsible for the sinkhole here. The Premier said that they would rather not speculate on the cause and will allow investigations to continue. You will understand that the area has had the power supply, or City Power has cut its electricity supply to the area while these investigations are still ongoing. And this is all in the interest of safety and preventing that secondary incident taking place here in the city of Johannesburg. But the biggest issue here with regards to repairing the road. Now, this road is a very crucial road for the taxi industry. As I explained earlier, it is used by commuters really, and who are trying to move in between from Bree taxi rank and MTN taxi rank, which are two of the busiest taxi ranks here in Johannesburg, as well as the Noord taxi rank as well, which really connects a lot of residents from here in Johannesburg and the rest of the province and other areas of the province. And this is why it's very crucial. And we asked how long it would take for the road to be repaired upon the completion of this investigation. And we unfortunately did not get timelines from the Mayor, Kabelo Kwamanda. However, he did refer to us to his MMC for finance, who we're going to be speaking to right now, is going to talk to us about, how they're going to go about with getting funding or securing funding in order to repair the roads. Thank you so much for speaking to us. The mayor saying that we must speak to you and you're the person to speak to regarding repairing the road and how quickly you would be able to then secure the funds to ensure that, normality is restored in the city.
Thank you, Mbali, and good morning to your viewers. At this stage, we will await the report of the technical people who are busy on assessing the amount of damage in the area of the explosion. And on the basis of their report, we'll know how much is required to help us to repair and fix the road. But at this stage, what we're doing in the Department of Finance is basically to look at our reserves, how much do we have in our coffers on our reserves. Should any report indicate that we need so much, at least we should be ready to respond immediately. And it's on the basis of those reports we'll also know as to what period of construction it will take. But I think where we are, it's a street that we need to prioritize. As you know, that it's an economic activity area and a lot of taxis move around that area, so we have to respond much quicker once we know the costs and the extent of the damage. Hopefully during the week, Wednesday or so, we'll know what is required to respond financially.
Now, do you think there might be a need for you to reprioritize and reallocate some funds in order to be able to fix the road? We know that the city of Johannesburg has had its fair share of troubles when it comes to its finances, requiring the city to get that development bank loan in order to safeguard the city's finances.
Well, we'll first look at the reserves that we have to determine whether we would have enough money from the reserves. Otherwise, it would mean reprioritizing and redirecting some of the budget allocations that were done a month ago for us to respond. It will also mean we'd have to engage with the province and to see if the province can also contribute towards helping us to rebuild and reconstruct the road. So we'd have to engage and find ways of making sure that we respond as quickly as possible and timeously as possible to ensure that the road is repaired.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. That is MMC for Finance in the city of Johannesburg, just talking to us about how important and how crucial it is to ensure that the road that has been affected by that sinkhole is repaired, given that it actually is one of the busiest roads here, and there's a lot of economic activity that takes place there, saying that they cannot rule out the possibility of reallocating funds from the budget that was tabled inside council just a month ago. For now, though, I am going to hand back to studio, and I know that we're going to a break, so we'll see you after the break.